Every Friday on our website. Red feather deep. Here's the receiver who breaks a tackle. It's Bovine. Brantley trying to catch him. He won't. And Oklahoma City on the first play of their next drive busts it loose and they regain the lead. Are you kidding me? Tiberius Bovine once again. Making the big play. Unbelievable. One wide receiver either side for Mike, and Daza will flip it out to Sim, and Sim makes the play! 10-5 touchdown! The doctor is in! The Crabs have a lead! Oh, mama! There goes that man!
To the right, single receiver to the left. Dunhill to throw, has time, goes deep down the left-hand side. That was complete. Behind the defense, they can't catch him. 10-5, touchdown, Atlanta. Boo Chisholm does it again.
Hand off to English on a first down, trying to get it around the left-hand side, takes the long way around, but still picks up the first down, still on his feet, down the sideline, Johnny English, past the 20, 10, he scores again! Touchdown, Honolulu! On one of the craziest runs after fake punt, pass, kick, whatever, I've ever seen. Unbelievable.
Mama, there goes that man.
I mean, he goes 5 yards back before he scores.
Yeah, I was going to make a comment about that, but I'll keep my comments to myself because he took this one to the house. He was blazing. 51 didn't have a shot.
So the Skyhawks having trouble on first and second down sometimes in terms of moving the chains, but they have converted on a decent amount of these third downs. I believe they've only had to punt once. Snap back, hand off to English, right up the gut. English fights his way for a first down again, and can you believe that? Johnny English, that's the second time on third down the man has just taken the ball and ran right up the gut for a first. This is a man possessed, ladies and gentlemen. He wants this Skyhawk team to succeed, and it looks like he's...
Splint backs for Louisiana. Shot to throw, runs right into Big Sexy.
Big Sexy. Another country is heard from. Oh, yeah.
He just flew right by the offensive tackle. Gave him one little move and boop, down the quarterback went.
Split receivers and offside, and Snowden's going to take the handoff. Snowden, Richard Snowden spins back inside, breaks a tackle and scores. That's going to be a touchdown, DC. How in the world did he keep his balance and move the other way?
Wow, that's well, we were just talking about it too. You know, Snowden's got that ability to break away, and had he had more field there, he was definitely able to keep going. You know, he goes through the whole guy, doesn't have a whole lot of room there. One guy misses a tackle, he spins on him another, and shakes off that one right down there at the end and is able to get in there. So DC is shown early on. They set the pace with the first touchdown, and then they come and they answer back with a great drive there.
Walker's deep pass is picked off. That's interception number 3 on the night. Eddie Gage gets up and returns it to the 34. How about Baltimore's defense against Kevin Walker? He did not throw 3 interceptions all of last season in any game. And only 2 times in his career has Walker thrown at least 3.
These two defenses right now canceling each other out. Showing a blitz up the middle, they bring it, Bentley running right into it, Bentley gets away from it. Bentley's got a first down, breaks a tackle, Ray Bentley, he's gone, and the Aztecs are gonna score and get on the board. Welcome to the game, Ray Bentley. And the Aztecs are right back in it just like that.
Week 2 of Simulation Football League action comes to you live from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's the home opener at Liberty Park for the Sioux Falls Sparrows. They welcome the Louisiana Revolution into town. I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth, Charles Doherty. Charles, last time these two teams met, Louisiana pulled off their first victory in this series between the two teams, a 34-12 win. That game, though, was in Louisiana, this time back in Sioux Falls for the first time between these two teams since season 14.
Yeah, Andy, we've got a good one in front of us today. Louisiana won at home versus LA last week. Sioux Falls is kind of licking their wounds on a loss from Jacksonville, but we've got two organizations here that top to bottom are well run. They know what they're doing. I'm excited to see there's so many different aspects of this game I think we're going to be able to talk about through this game. Both quarterbacks, running backs on both sides. I mean, the history on both sides. It's going to be a battle up until the last minute.
Yeah, absolutely exciting. And then when you break down these two teams, still early in the season, but Louisiana keeping pace in the East Division with Atlanta and Jacksonville, who both got wins in their opening weeks, and Atlanta getting a win last night as well, a big one in fact. Sioux Falls, though, has fallen a little bit behind Indianapolis and Minnesota in the Central Division. That division heating up with two of the younger teams kind of taking the reins here early in season 20. Sioux Falls can try and keep pace with a win here at home. They will start with the football. Louisiana will tee it up and kick it away. And we are just about ready for Week 2 SFL action in the 20th season of the SFL. Ball on the tee, and we are underway from Liberty Park. A.J. Levy, one of the best returners the SFL has ever seen. Second most in return yards, brings it out to the 21, and that is where Sioux Falls will bring out the offense. Charles, one of the most decorated quarterbacks in SFL history, most throws and completions in the league.
I'm curious to see what they do with their star running back, Jason Williams. He only got 8 carries last week, and Tyree threw it 58 times. Let's see if they follow that same model today.
They will line up 3 in the backfield, which would lead me to believe they're going to run it to start. They will, and here goes Williams. He'll pick up 3 to start this game off.
They did a lot of passes, Williams, last game. I think he was tied for the highest amount of receptions for Sioux Falls. Let's see if they mix that up a little bit more, maybe give him a little more carries. Like I said, I didn't say yet, but he's one of the better running backs in the league, and I think between Tyree and Williams, they cause a lot of headaches.
High-value signing coming over from Fort Worth, 6 foot, 210 pounds, first season with the team. Tyree on a sneak will make it 3rd and 4. Sioux Falls not afraid of the QB sneak in their history, Charles.
Yep, we've seen them do that. The only thing that worries me when you see a quarterback running the ball is if they get hurt. You don't want to have your QB1 go down.
3rd and 4, big 3rd down. Sioux Falls last week, Charles, in their opening game, had a great 3rd down offense. They were averaging 91% conversion rate. Flip outside, they'll convert this one to start this game off. Another first down there on 3rd down for Sioux Falls, and that catch made there on the outside. That is Miles Portis, the backup tight end. Charles, they signed a tight end this week. Thought it might have been him.
Yeah, nice conservative route on 3rd down with the swing pass to the tight end. So far, they're showing a good mix, Andy, of run and pass.
Well, it looks like they'll probably go pass on this one. 4 wide, gun straight. Louisiana playing some man coverage. Throw across the slant. It's caught. First down there to the 44. That catch made on the outside. K. Marion with the grab.
Tyree's going up against a pretty dangerous, if not one of the best, most dangerous secondaries in the league. Arthur and Hood at CB1 and CB2. I mean, they're basically built the same way, and you've got the same coverage. You try and go to the other side of the field, you're still up against a number 1 cornerback.
2 backs in the backfield. They'll look to throw again across the middle. That slant is caught. First down yardage again. Marion, 2 catches on this drive.
Nice route run by Marion, and it looked like a slant route, or maybe it was a go. But Tyree, nice pass just to get it right in the bread box, and we're looking at a first down.
Eddie Gage and Mike Daggs doing the stats for us today. They're going to have to mark down K. Marion twice in a row 2 grabs for him, and we'll see what they do here on another fresh set of downs. Play action, flip across the middle. That catch is made, and sliding down to the turf after an 8-yard pickup there. That was the fullback, Charlemagne Cornelius.
As I said earlier, I'm liking what Sioux Falls is doing on offense. It looks like they're keeping the defense of Louisiana on their toes. We got a mix of run, pass, short pass, long pass, and play action.
Handoff right up the middle. Spin move. That is Cornelius again, twice in a row for them. They are going to get out to the 26.
Just about everybody on the offense has touched the ball so far. So let's see if they keep doing that, mixing it around. It's been working out pretty well so far.
Louisiana giving up 16 points last week, Charles. That's second best in the league coming into this game, but they have their hands full with the Sparrows to start this one off. Twins, bottom of the screen, 1st and 10, 3-3 look here out of Louisiana. Short drop, this throw outside, that is caught, and Williams will only get 2.
Only option for Tyree on that play. Good coverage by Louisiana secondary on that play. It looked like he was looking for one of the receivers on an arrow route, but was well covered.
Threatening to enter the red zone here. This has been a long drive for Sioux Falls. They've controlled it since the opening kick, if you're just tuning in. 2 backs in the backfield. Pro look. Here is a short drop. All slants. This throw out. And Williams breaks 1 tackle. Picks up 5 or so. It'll be 3rd and 4.
Multifaceted halfback in Jason Williams. Got a lot of catches last week, as I stated. He's dangerous out of the backfield receiving. Also one of the best runners in the league. So, if you're a defensive coordinator, Brian Craven on the Louisiana side had to be scratching his head trying to figure out how to stop Williams.
This will be the 10th play of the current drive. Play action again. Throw deep across the middle. Tipped away and incomplete. That one was looking for A.J. Warren, but no good on that one, and they're going to have to attempt a field goal.
Maybe a little touch on that throw. We could have been looking at a different scenario with 6 on the board, but he was surrounded. The wide receiver was surrounded by 4 or 5 defenders.
That was the first incompletion for Julian Tyree of the day. He was 6 of 6 before that throw there on 3rd down ended the drive. Zasto Black on to try and add 3 points and put Sioux Falls out in front. This kick is on the way, and he got it from 37 yards. The Sparrows take a 3-0 lead early in this one, Charles.
They stalled as they got closer to the goal line, but that was, one bad throw out of a series of pretty solid plays, good play calling, good execution by Sioux Falls. It's looking like they have a pretty solid playbook so far going up against Louisiana.
Yeah, and if you're a Louisiana defender, you're excited about the fact that, they drove down the field, but you still only held them to 3.
Definitely. I mean, they try. If I were on the Sioux Falls offensive staff, I would be trying to throw more on the corners and not so much in the middle.
Deep kick. They're going to bring this out from 5 yards deep, and that is probably the wrong decision, but they'll get an extra yard out of it out to the 21. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game all into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, you can visit our website, simulationfl.net. Simulationfl.net, the SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Louisiana, first drive out here for their offensive unit, led by Tommy Utah, the 4th-year man, will hand it off to start this game, and Randy Squarebush gets nothing doing there on that one.
Last week, Louisiana, on both sides of the ball, they had a very solid game. No interceptions thrown by Utah, which is very rare in the SFL. Squarebush had over 100 yards and a touchdown. I mean, the ball was spread around, nice balance of run and pass, and I'm expecting them to do much of the same today.
Cameron Collier, the big fullback, 2-time All-Star, will lead the way, and Squarebush will pick up 4 on that one, 3rd and 6, an early 3rd down here for the Revolution.
They have a dangerous wide receiver. Both sides have dangerous wide receivers, but keep an eye on Hammer. #1 wide receiver for Louisiana. He is definitely a deep threat. We saw that on San Diego. Let's see if they throw him on some deep routes.
Playing some bump coverage here. Tight end to the bottom of your screen. Short drop for Utah. Pumps once, fires. That one's tipped away, incomplete. Defended there by Nathan Barnett.
We've seen on both offenses for Louisiana and Sioux Falls, we had wide receivers open, but touch by the quarterback was a little off. Maybe as we go further down the road here in the game, they're going to be able to adjust their throw. But right there, I think, more a touch on that throw, I think Hammer would have been gone.
I think the safety might have been lurking over the top. Either way, 3 and out for the Revolution. They are going to have to punt it away. They will call on Walter Malinishin, the 4th-year punter here for Louisiana, 6', 215. And he will try and pin Sioux Falls deep. Got plenty of field to kick into.
We've got two, dangerous weapons on both sides of the ball, returning kicks in Hammer and Levy.
Levy will bring it out to the 34, and that is where Sioux Falls offense will re-enter the field of play. Let's take you through the full unit. We basically did on the last drive. Nearly everyone touched the ball, but Julian Tyree, Jason Williams, Charlemagne Cornelius are the backs and quarterback. Michael Knight, A.J. Warren, Noe Terrazas, and Kay Marion. She rounds out that wide receiver unit, along with Ben Harrison, Week 2 rookie signing, just signed this week. And Hadrian Marlowe is the left tackle, first-round pick, 5th overall. Give right side, Williams tries to spins into trouble, only picks up 2.
I thought Williams was going to have a pretty good run there. Nice block set on the edge, but Rolliman Hood shut it down quickly. Good read reaction, cut off that edge, and was able to do a good open field tackle against Williams.
Rolliman Hood and Tank Bennett, two of the names that kind of fly under the radar as veterans. Both have played 10 seasons. Charles, all of them in the boot. Louisiana and New Orleans when the team was there. 10 seasons for both of those guys with this team.
Louisiana here is trying to see if they can get the ball back. They don't want to have Sioux Falls develop momentum. I mean, they've got them in a decent 3rd and 4. Let's see if they can put some pressure on Tyree this.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention that was Ben Harrison's first career catch signed this week. Welcome to the league, young fella. Tyree on 3rd and 4. Pressure coming, barely got it away. Incomplete. Wall was there to lay the hit. Chance Wall, big number 99 in his 4th season, applied the pressure.
Nice, smart play calling. They went with a gap stunt, put some pressure on Tyree. Didn't have any time whatsoever to go through his progressions and was ended up in punt now.
And they will have to send it away as well. Louisiana's defense answers the 3 and out there with a 3 and out of their own. And Sammy Prefontaine on to kick this one away. Louisiana trying to set up for the return. Revolution will have it fielded at the 20. Oh, stiff arm from Hammer. Hammer! Oh, does he have the speed? He's got the edge. One block there. Almost stepped out of bounds. Liam Hammer! We'll see you later!
Yeah, as I said, both of these teams have dangerous punt returners. Hammer strikes first, running down the field. Let's see if he might have, it looked like he got bumped and may have stepped out of bounds. We'll see.
All scoring plays are reviewed, but we'll have a replay right here. Look at that stiff arm.
Unbelievable strength.
Strength and speed. He is Grace. What power to the outside. And right there, oh man, that was close.
Yeah, I think he's good, though. That was a much better angle than what we had at the booth.
That was Smith there getting the block, and what a touchdown return there. You talked about it, Charles. Special teams making an impact.
And Hammer's one of the best. I mean, when he gets that open field, he puts in the afterburners, and he is hard to touch.
Touchdown counts. That puts Louisiana on top. 6-3, extra point pending here. And the Revolution defense with that 3 and out. I mean, Charles, you can credit them as much as you can Hammer for getting them in position.
Definitely. And now, it's a big test here for the Sioux Falls offense. If they stick to what they've been practicing all week in their playbook, or if they try and maybe push it down the field a little bit more. Hopefully they stay with the original set for the first two possessions. I think was pretty solid. They only put 3 on the board, but I think it was a good mix and something to build on. Now,
if you're Louisiana's special teams, you got to keep an even head here. A.J. Levy, at any point can match that touchdown with one of his own. Got to corral him. Levy. Oh, wow, what a special teams play there. He's dropped at the 19. That is not something you see every day.
He tried to do that dip in the middle, but didn't get the number of the special teams player there. But nice open field tackle on one of the best, if not the best, returner in the league.
And that will bring this Sioux Falls offense back out once again. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive at their own 19-yard line. Tyree is under center. Williams is the single back. They'll play action to him. He'll look to fire deep down that right side, and that one's picked off. Louisiana takes the ball away right after the huge return. First play from scrimmage, Tank Bennett.
Tank Bennett continues. 2nd week in a row he's had an interception. One last week, his first of the game today. So far, Louisiana is starting to grab hold of the handlebars and starting to steer it in their direction.
Man, and that was double cut. That was a bad decision by Tyree. Was trying to find someone open, ended up throwing it deep to Tulane James, Charles, who is the 5th wide receiver on the depth chart, and in double coverage, they're going to make you pay for that one. Louisiana takes the football back. Trying to throw a screen out here, and they will. Squarebush with a little bit of room off that right side. He'll break out to the 27.
A little bit of room. That was a cornfield he could have run through. That was great. It looks like they caught him by surprise on that swing pass, and he had 10, 15 yards before anyone was even in the camera.
Man, yeah, Sioux Falls was not prepared for that one. They are a little bit on their heels at this point. Louisiana at the 27 after the big punt return touchdown, have the football back for their offense, and they're trying to get things going. Tommy Utah, the quarterback, Squarebush, the halfback here. 2 tight ends set, bring both Lease and Michael Suddeth onto the field. That one thrown outside. It is caught for a few yards there. Lyric Da Vinci with the grab.
That play's not going to make the highlights, but one of the things that impresses me about Tommy Utah is he gets rid of that ball quickly and he throws it at like a laser. It wasn't a lot of time to get rid of that ball. The pocket was closing and that zone on the field was closing. He was able to get rid of it quickly and get a positive gain.
Heavy formation they'll give right up the middle. Squarebush shakes out a 1 and will make it 3rd and a yard. Sioux Falls managing to force Louisiana into a 3rd down play.
So far, it's all Louisiana on this possession. Sioux Falls has the chance here to turn the tide, may get the ball back.
Utah 2 of 3 today, but it looks like they'll go with they will throw. This one outside Squarebush. Plenty of room for the 1st down, just as easy as it goes. Charles, those plays are so hard to defend.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're trying to defend them, you're putting a lot of chips on one side of the table, and you can get burned so many different ways. So I guess the key is to have a good mix of defensive plays to cover the odds.
Utah leads this offense back out. 3-3 look here out of Sioux Falls. 5-step drop. Utah floats back of the end zone. Tipped away at the last second. What a defensive stand there. Terrell Davis floated over to deflect.
It looked like Davis hit it with his forearm. At this point in the field, those pass deflections are great, but he's got to bring that in to get the ball back and give it to their offense.
At back of the end zone, another defender here for Sioux Falls. They'll go 4-3 defense here to counter the 2 tight end set out of Louisiana. Lease and Michael Suddeth on the field. They'll give Squarebush right up the gut. Squarebush wrestled down at the 7, 3rd and 5.
Another big 3rd down here. I sound like a broken record, but so far, with the exception of that last pass deflection, Louisiana's been dictating terms on offense.
Need to get down to the 2-yard line in order to move the chains. They'll go split spread here. Man coverage out of Sioux Falls. Here's a short drop. Utah pressure coming, floats, middle of the end zone, caught. That is going to be a touchdown, and that is Regio Dinero.
Dinero didn't have any catches last week, and his first catch of the season is a touchdown for Louisiana. I mean, that's a pretty good average. I mean, every catch he's made so far this season has been a touchdown.
Yeah, Dinero working there on Barnett was able to find the soft spot, and good thing he did. Pressure was coming right up the gut. Utah stands in there, takes the hit, and throws the score to put Louisiana up even more points.
Sioux Falls defense hasn't figured out a way to stop the Louisiana offense. Like I said, it's been working on the ground and in the air, and on the sideline. Sioux Falls needs to come together and figure out some way to stop Louisiana from moving down the field.
7 plays, 45 yards there for Louisiana. 7-yard touchdown pass there goes to Regio Dinero, and that is cash money in the bank for Louisiana. 14-3, they lead the way here on the road, holding Sioux Falls off. It all started with that punt return that kind of turned the tide. Sioux Falls, their opening drive went for a long time. They only were able to get 3, and then after that, Louisiana took hold of the handlebars and started running. But look out, A.J. Levy across midfield trying to counter. No one's going to touch him. A.J. Levy is going to walk this dog right into the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux Falls. They answer.
Yeah. It's the Hammer versus Levy show here on returns. Every return in this game is going to be exciting, and this one is definitely one of the most exciting plays of the game.
And he went right up the middle with this, Charles. A lot of times you see him break out to the outside. This one's right up the gut.
They had a shot. They had their mitts on him, but he's just so strong, hard to bring down. I mean, he's built like a fullback with the speed of a wide receiver.
Man, and we talked about it. Louisiana, you can get so high on special teams when you have a return for a touchdown. You can get so excited about what your team just did that sometimes you then lose focus that, hey, I got to defend one of the best returners in the game on the other side of the ball too.
Yeah, I mean, having a great returner, it's like having an adrenaline pill. I mean, you pop it and you get a touchdown, and the whole chemistry of the game changes. I mean, we were looking at Sioux Falls here digging themselves in a hole, and lo and behold, Levy takes the ball back, and now we're looking at a tight ball game again.
Yeah, opens the door there. 14-10. Sioux Falls right back in this football game. One play on the kickoff changes everything. Liam Hammer now on the other end of this one with a chance to return, and hey, it flips right back. Sioux Falls has to be careful. They got to figure out if they can defend him. Hammer will take this one from the 2-yard line. He'll bring it out across the 20. Hammer stood up and dropped there. Well, I tell you what, Charles, I'm liking the returns that I'm seeing, and if you're liking this game so far, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. No one else gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or SFLM action. Help our channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. First down and 10. Split spread look here, man, out of Sioux Falls. Utah, short drop pressure coming. Utah stands in there, delivers, and that is a first down to the 36.
That's Dinero again, and it looked like the same play they ran on the goal line that scored, and with the same gain as they had on the goal line.
Yeah, there goes his average, though, Charles. Second catch, that one, not a touchdown.
I think he's going to have to step it up a little bit.
Yeah. They're going to look for more out of Dinero. No, we kid.
Yeah, I know, definitely. I mean, as a defensive coach, I mean, you're probably not thinking Dinero getting a lot of touches, but just shows you how valuable he is to that offense.
Give right up the gut. Squarebush takes a hit, and we'll send it to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam?
Thank you, Andy. Kendra Wells in the first half already up over 100 yards receiving. Here's her first touchdown of the day. Robert Johnson added another, and Canton leads Motor City 14-3 in the second quarter. Back to you, Andy.
Thanks, Cam. Utah, a short drop here. 2nd and 8 will fire. That one batted away emphatically.
It was good coverage there downfield. Another Terrell Davis, it looks like that's his second pass deflection. He had one in the end zone as well, I believe. I think it's another example of, a little more touch on the ball, have a little better effect. It looks like both of these quarterbacks are throwing on lasers.
Yeah, that was zone coverage. He floated back there in order to make the play. 3rd and 8 facing this Louisiana offense. They are trying to keep this drive alive. Sioux Falls trying to slam the door and give their offense a chance to retake the lead. Looking to throw. Utah floats deep down the middle. That one's caught on the seam. What a throw and catch there on the outside for Da Vinci.
And nice route run by Da Vinci, but Tommy Utah didn't have much time at all to get rid of that ball. It looked like the safety was closing quick.
Man, he beat that defender on the throw, too. That was a great throw to end the first quarter. Louisiana extends the drive and has the lead 14-10 on top of Sioux Falls here at Liberty Park. It's the Simulation Football League, and we're not going anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, that was kind of counterintuitive there, Charles. We said we weren't going anywhere, and then I said we'll be right back. But we're going to
I got up and started walking away.
Well, you do that anytime I start talking.
I know. It's age.
4-3 look here out of Sioux Falls. Utah, short drop, quick throw. Oh, my gosh, how did he complete that one? John Michael Sudeth, first grab of the game for him. But, Charles, it looked like the two receivers had slammed into each other, and we're trying to figure out. They were doing the whole, no, you go through the door. No, I'll go through the door.
I was thinking more of a pick and roll.
Yeah.
It looked like Da Vinci just kind of stopped, and they did bump into each other, but I think that gave good enough separation to get that completion.
Man, oh, man. 4-3 look here out of Sioux Falls. This is 3-dog T. The nickel back has walked, or the safety has walked up to play the tight end. They'll give Squarebush off that left side. That's a good counter there to the defense that they were seeing. Run to the far side away from your tight end who's being man covered, Charles.
As well as great blocking up front. I mean, that's on the, I think that was on the weak side. I didn't see it. I don't remember, but it looks like on that edge again. Both the strong side and the weak side blocking tonight for Louisiana has been off the charts.
When you got Cameron Collier in front, you're always going to have good blocking. That is one of the most underrated fullbacks in the league, Charles. That guy has been leading the way for a long time. Short drop here. Utah flip outside, caught and tackled is Da Vinci, 1 yard shy of the line to gain.
Yeah, no complaints there. I mean, they've got one. I mean, you could so many options in the Louisiana playbook here. Squarebush, Collier, or anyone they've been passing to has just been grabbing everything thrown to them.
Don't see it much in the SFL, but 2nd and 1 is actually a play caller's dream because this is where you usually take your deep shots, knowing that on 3rd down you likely can come back and get a yard if it's incomplete. They'll split 2 wide. They'll have both tight ends on the field. They'll just give it to Squarebush. No messing around. No jokes. 1st down, Louisiana.
Yeah, no jokes at all. And Sudeth, the tight end, like he hit a pull into the middle of the line and had a really nice block setting up his halfback for a 1st down.
They will set up again here. 1st and 10 from the 14. Give right up the middle, and Squarebush picks up another 3. Charles, he's been running solid today, just what they need.
Yeah, I just like last week. I mean, the quarterback's been playing well, and everyone on the offense, I mean, no mistakes. I mean, I hate to say that now. Now's the worst time to bring up something like that, but so far, no mistakes by Louisiana.
One tight end there flexed out to that left side. Tight end flexed against a 4-3 look here. Utah under center, 8 of 11 today. He'll give it off to Squarebush for the 9th time. Squarebush, oh man, stiff arm one, but took a pop there. 3rd and 3.
Yeah, the first, he lowered his shoulder and took out the first defender, but tried it again, but wasn't successful. He is a dangerous runner. Shows power and speed.
Twins to the bottom of the screen. 4-3 look here out of Sioux Falls. They're playing man coverage. Here's the throw deep to the back of the end zone. Tipped away and picked! Intercepted by John Barnhart on the tip drill.
Yeah, well, you know, the broadcaster's curse there. First mistake of the game by Louisiana. It looked like there was a receiver, maybe the halfback, open on a swing at the top of the screen and could have done somersaults into the end zone. But that chancy throw into the middle against Sioux Falls secondary, which is, very dangerous secondary. You're rolling the dice.
On that back line, Charles plays that extra defender. That kind of fade route would have been open had they been on the 30-yard line, right? Because he would have had plenty of room to run. Yep. Split back single. They'll give off to that right side. Jason Williams right up the gut, rips off 8 to start this drive off.
Yeah, smart play to lead off this drive with. And that's the type of play on first down that starts getting the offense into gear and maybe getting some momentum on their side.
2nd and 2. They'll go split back again. Nickel 3-3 look here out of Louisiana. A lot of defensive backs on the field. They'll flip outside.
Whoa.
Dangerous pass is bobbled and incomplete. Miles Portis there, Charles. You could almost just feel his anxiety. He didn't expect the defender to be so close.
Yeah, normally a pretty safe route on that swing pass. I don't know if Evan Arthur, if he did anything to to upset that pass or impact that incompletion. But man, I thought that was an easy first.
Man, and as a coach in the league, that is the type of defense you game plan for. If you're trying to take away that play, that was a beautiful defensive look. 3-3 look here. Give right side. There goes Williams. Williams with open room. Williams has the edge. Does he have enough speed? No. But out to the 38, Jason Williams rips off a big one. That one for 34.
Yeah, great getting Williams involved. That just shows you how dangerous it is the more touches he gets. He only gets better with each touch. And Evan Arthur did the touchdown-saving tackle there. That's 2 plays in a row we've heard about Evan Arthur.
Might have been Hadrian Marlowe out there in front. I didn't get a good look at the number, but the rookie left tackle leading the way potentially to set up that big run for Williams. 4 receivers wide, 3-2 look here out of Louisiana. Play action, Tyree fires, one-handed snag. What a grab by Michael Knight.
The number 4 wide receiver out there is he's acting like an all-star out there, showing the one-handed catch. Sioux Falls is one of the teams that you see a lot, in their playbook that you don't see out of many other teams in the SFL. You got QB runs, you got play action. You never know what they're going to throw at you.
And use that wide receiver 4, Charles. We see so many wide receivers work their way up over years in the league. It's unbelievable. Throw outside, left side. That one's caught, and Williams had a long way to go. Did not get there. Rallying there for Sioux Falls to make the play. Really good job there by Dante Grimm.
And just like you said, Dante Grimm read that play well, was able to run it down and keep a first down away from a running back that is starting to heat up here.
3rd and 2, 3-3 look out of Louisiana. They run it, and they have more men in the box with Sioux Falls, but they will throw. Tyree floats. Oh, that one's caught. Threaded the needle right in there to Noe Terraza. He makes the grab. Excuse me.
Nice. He just just reached out there and powered it in. Nice throw by Tyree. I mean, 15-season quarterback. You have to be in the league that long to be able to put such a precision pass out there.
Split backs, 3-3 look here. 1 wide receiver on the field for Sioux Falls, and on 1st and 10, they give Williams another run. Misdirection there, picks up 4. Charles, that wasn't a counter, but he kind of adjusted in the hole.
Yeah, I mean, smart running back, Jason Williams, and they're knocking at the door here. And I think that they're sticking with the playbook, which is a great thing. I mean, they made that 1 downfield interception, but so far we're seeing a good mix.
Man, how this momentum has shifted. It was all Sioux Falls, then all Louisiana, now all Sioux Falls. Tyree, flip outside. That one's caught. Cornelius has the edge, has the first down, the fullback. Sets up 1st and goal.
You've got 2 very large specimens at fullback on both sides of the ball. Cornelius at 6'2", 250. He caught the ball and lumbered to the first down, and I don't think anyone wanted to get near him.
That's a wrecking ball coming your way, man. You got to... Especially for those DBs, Charles. I was a defensive back when I played football. It's a nightmare right there. That and a pulling offensive lineman.
You just bounce off them.
You fall down. Oh, my ankle. Split receivers, 2 backs in the backfield here. Tyree looking to throw. Flip outside. Cornelius, couldn't keep his feet. All 250 pounds of him walked him out of bounds.
And it's a matter of timing, especially for the fullback. In order to make those plays work, it has to be perfect execution. You're a little early or a little late, and it's not going to turn out well.
Man, that's a lot of man running towards the sidelines at full speed. And you try and reward him with a catch, and he couldn't keep it in bounds. That's fair. Give left side. Here is Williams. Williams wrestled down there. That is a nice hit on the defensive side. Chuck Diesel, the inside linebacker, makes the play.
Haven't heard a lot from the linebackers of Louisiana tonight, but that was pretty solid read there by Chuck Diesel in shutting down that run.
And they got good ones too. Diesel, Nathan
Definitely do.
Blake B. Craze. Doesn't get much better than that three-man pairing. 4 wide here. Tyree on 3rd and goal. Fires back of the end zone. Tipped away. Incomplete. Was trying to float to the back line, and Hood was there to match it.
Another dangerous throw there. They had a shot on at the top of the screen. There was a wide receiver that was going straight to the sideline and maybe had a shot there, but defense of Louisiana held, and now they're keeping them to at least a field goal here.
Yeah, Sioux Falls will most likely send out Zastel Black. Black, 3rd-year player, 5'11", 178. Charles, over their career, though, not necessarily the best numbers. It was interesting when I was doing my research, 90% on the field goal percentage overall. And I think that as we watch the kick go up and through, 13-14, it's interesting, Charles. A lot of times you see kickers in the SFL 95, 97% and higher. I actually like that Black is kind of slowly improving, right? Maybe had a rough couple first years of their career, but has the opportunity to grow with this team.
Yeah, so far, 4 for 4 in the season.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I would want out of my kicker, right? You don't always get the Justin Tuckers, the All-Stars coming in. Sometimes you got to work up, and I think that's awesome for Zastel Black to kind of have that storied career. Hammer tried to make the most out of it, only gets to the 27. Speaking of history, Sunday on SFL YouTube, the only matchup of the week that pits undefeateds from season openers takes center stage when the Mexico City Aztecs, a very historic franchise, in Jordan Sipes' first home game under center, welcomed the 3-time defending champion Baltimore Vultures to Estadio Matt Wilson for a rematch of the season 19 semifinals. Kickoff is at 9 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss a minute of the action. Here's Utah, who will flip deep outside. Oh, man, how did he find that one?
Oh, wow. Blanketed. Wide receiver Vinci was blanketed on that pass.
18 yards, says Eddie Gage, and man, the throw was 50 yards. I mean, what a toss.
Yeah. Tommy Utah, nice recovery from that interception.
Yeah, he has no fear, Charles. He's like, yeah, backside, 60-yard throw off my back foot, sure, no problem. Utah will have Squarebush in the backfield with him, but they will throw. Pumps once, flips outside Squarebush. Oh, flattened in the flat. Wow. Nick Fargo.
Wow. 12 seasons in the SFL. I mean, you're not gonna run past that man. He's one of the career leaders in tackles for a loss, and holy smokes, he showed some pain on that play.
Yeah, Fargo heard us talking about those other linebackers and said, hey, don't forget about me, guys, and you can't. He is one of the best. 3 wide, shotgun look, Utah changing the play at the line against the 3-3 on 2nd and 12, fires the out route, caught, Hammer turns it upfield, makes it 3rd and 7, much more manageable.
Good shot for Sioux Falls to dig in, force Louisiana to punt or make a mistake, and they can walk away with the lead at the end of this half.
That throw takes Utah up over 100 yards in this half. 11 completions, 73% completion percentage, 86.8 QBR. Oh, there you go. The stats are on the screen. Thanks, Cam. Look at that. What a great move by Cam. Flip outside there, tipped up, and picked! Off the backside, it's Barnhart bringing it back, and Barnhart will take it to midfield. Another interception for Sioux Falls, the second for them today.
Huge play for Sioux Falls, and like I said, prior to the snap, and this is an excellent opportunity for them to walk away with points on the board and the lead going into the locker room.
Just like that, praising Utah. That one will be on me, Tommy, for as good as he has been today. Second mistake there, and it gives Sioux Falls the ball with 2:24 to go here in the second quarter. 3-3 look here, short drop, Tyree outside! Man, that had a chance to go the other way, and that would have turned this game on its head, Evan Arthur.
Yeah, that would have been definite points if Arthur would have had both mitts on that ball. Holy smokes.
Jeez, man, they have covered that swing route really well today, and you just got to think Sioux Falls can't call that too many more times. Portis versus Arthur is not the matchup you want if you're the Sparrows.
It looks like both defenses are starting to settle in and start to take control here.
Split backs give right up the middle. Spin move for Williams. That'll net him 6 yards, 3rd and 4.
Yeah, they've probably got, another 10 to 15 yards to get in field goal range. But right now they're thinking about getting the first.
And watching the clock tick down. That will take us to the 2-minute warning. Sioux Falls a single point behind Louisiana. The Revolution lead 14-13 here at Liberty Park. The home opener for the Sparrows. Charles Doherty along with myself. I'm Andy Hamilton, Eddie Gage, and Mike Daggs in the stats truck. Cameron Irvine producing behind the scenes, doing an incredible job keeping us all on top of it. 2 receivers, top of the screen here. 3rd and 4 for Sioux Falls. Short drop. Tyree has to throw. Has all day. Flips it outside. And picked off! In and out of the hands of Harrison. And intercepted by Ralleman Hood.
The entire secondary and linebackers, for that matter, for Louisiana, just played that perfectly. Didn't have a heavy rush on the line. Plenty of time for, probably too much time for Tyree to go through his progressions, but well covered downfield, and now Louisiana is in a point to capitalize for the end of the half.
And Dante Grimm was in on that too, Charles. He made the tackle on the receiver that kind of helped from preventing them catch it, and it flipped back up into Hood's hands. Louisiana takes over at the Sioux Falls 47. They'll look to throw to start this drive. Flip outside. Square Bush stood up and dropped at the 45.
That's a huge sigh of relief that Louisiana is breathing right now. I mean, hats off to their defense for avoiding a pretty bad situation for them going into the half. I mean, at this point, if I was Louisiana, I would just try and be conservative. You call the half and make some adjustments.
Oh, they're not being conservative here, Charles. 5 wide against the 3-2. Short drop. Utah going to fire deep down the middle. That one's caught all the way down to the 20. A huge first down for Liam Hammer.
Liam Hammer gets him in field goal range, and, hey, what the heck do I know? I'm up in the booth. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, they're kicking a field goal now, or they're in field goal range now. They're in the driver's seat.
25-yard shot will make it 1st and 10. Now under 60 seconds to play here at Liberty Park in the first half. 4-3 look out of the Sparrows. Utah fires down the middle and pays the price. Picked off again down this right side. And that, for the 3rd time today, is John Barnhart.
Both of these defenses are playing out of their minds. I mean, they're taking over the game. It's an interception battle back and forth, and again, at this point, with these defenses playing as well as they are, I'll go back to my previous statement. I would kind of refrain from passing as much as they've been.
John Barnhart had 55 interceptions coming into this game. He passes Colin Douglas, who had 57, right above him on the all-time list. He's now up to 58 in the first half, still a long game to go. That one caught on the outside, 2nd and inches at the 31. Marion with the grab. Wow, Charles.
Yep, and they're still gunning. We got a shot at another INT here.
Yeah, that's crazy that in one half, John Barnhart goes up and over Colin Douglas all-time in interceptions. Just impressive there by Barnhart, really taking over this first half.
5 interceptions total for the half.
Ooh, pressure coming on Tyree, floats it outside there. Got distracted there. I was just watching because it was so incredible. Williams able to move the chains. Twins, top of the screen, short drop. Tyree gonna float one deep down the middle. Man, that should have been a pick too.
I don't know. I don't know what they're looking at, but I'm just amazed that they're still gunning down the field.
Yeah, with 25 seconds, I mean, someone's got to just be like, listen, just take a knee. Just take a knee. Let's get out of here.
Orange slices are calling.
Yeah. Well, they're sitting out, Charles. They're getting warm. That's not what you want. You don't want a warm orange slice.
You definitely don't. They need to be slightly chilled.
Slightly chilled, yeah. 2 in the backfield, give. There's a run. Williams.
10 plays too late.
Yeah, Williams back to the line of scrimmage. Now down to 15 seconds. They'll give it to him again. Williams, another couple yards there. 4th and 7, and that should take us to the half. Louisiana does have timeouts, but I would be surprised. Well, actually, with Hammer, why wouldn't you make him punt it? Anyways, that will take us to the halftime break. 14-13, Louisiana on top of Sioux Falls at the half here at Liberty Park. Andy Hamilton along with Charles Doherty. Charles, it was the battle and the half of interceptions, and we're right back into the second half.
At the beginning of the half, it looked like Louisiana they're firing on all cylinders on offense, but both defenses for Louisiana and Sioux Falls, they dug their heels in, and again, like I said earlier, they are controlling the game. The offensive coordinators for both sides need to maybe think of some ways to get Squarebush and Williams a little more touches on the ground.
Hammer out to the 22, and let's send it to SFL Studios. Cam with a game break. Cam?
Thanks, Andy. This is to make Charles not feel so alone with the broadcaster jinx. Before this kick, Richards was perfect on his career, and Ramos brought it up on the broadcast. A 51-yarder just before the half. You probably know what happened. Short. Missed it. Still 14-3 in the third. Canton up. You're not alone, Charles.
Thanks.
Utah fires short. That one is caught. Charles, I don't know what he's talking about alone. I'm right here with you, man.
That's right. We're a team, brother.
Yeah, and hey, listen, I don't care what anyone on the SFL broadcast team says about you. I don't think you're that bad.
Well, Dags is listening in as well, so there's a little bit of pressure on us.
He's usually the one who's talking. Anyways, 2nd and 5. Split backs here for Louisiana. They got the ball out of the break. They will flip it outside. That's a first down catch there for Randy Squarebush.
All right, let me add to my earlier statement. I would run the halfbacks, but I'd also pass him out of the field. I think either team that becomes effective in that, I think, is going to win the game.
5 grabs, 33 yards for Squarebush out of the backfield, 6.6 yards per reception. Sioux Falls doing a lot of pre-snap movement here, trying to get Louisiana uncomfortable. This one a flip outside. Oh, man, A.J. Levy. That's not the guy you want, Charles, in the flat, alone with the football with a chance to make a play.
Yeah, he's the master of disaster in that secondary, man. Good thing he only had his index finger on that ball.
Well, maybe if he was wearing gloves. Instead, he's just got the taped fingers. I do respect the taped fingers because I would never do that when I was playing. I was always nervous that it would hurt my hand. Split spread look here for Utah. Utah gives right up the middle. Squarebush! Oh, man, the shoulder there. He gets out to the 39-yard line. 3rd and 7. He got up.
When the legs are moving, that's always a good sign. When they go straight out, that's not good. Speaking from experience, losing 2 wide receivers last game.
Yeah, you know what an injury looks like, and
I do.
luckily not one there. You never want an injury in the league. 5 wide here. Utah looking to throw the slant. That one is incomplete. Tried to go one-handed there, did Reggio Dinero. See, you gave him all that confidence. Charles talking about his average touchdown-to-catch ratio, and he drops that one. Another curse from Mr. Doherty.
He just doesn't want people to start questioning. I mean, that right there, he jumped up in the air, and he got hit by 2 or 3 defenders. It's hard to hold on to the ball, especially when you're going one arm on that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that Gerald on the sideline is telling him, 2 hands, bud. You got 2 for a reason. Punter is on. Sioux Falls almost got to it. They did not, though, and they will return. Levy's flattened on the other end at the 22. Man, back to back.
He got hit by a tank, and that was Tank Bennett, I think.
Oh, man, get out. That was bad.
Ow.
And that's saying something, Charles. Most of mine are bad, so the fact that you got to get out from me is wild.
I don't know how to respond to that.
New set of downs here for Sioux Falls. Tyree under center. Split receivers, bottom of the screen. Looking to throw this one. Flips outside Williams. And he got back to the line of scrimmage. Had to do a lot of battling to get just there.
That's the only thing Tyree could do on that play. Great coverage downfield, but also a lot of pressure. That pocket was falling apart at the seams. He had to get rid of that ball.
Sets them up on 2nd down at the 22-yard line. Tyree today, Charles, 65% completion percentage. The 2 interceptions really driving down that QBR. He's at 37. Split spread look here. Looking to throw across the middle. That one's caught. First down yardage there for Noe Terraza. 2nd grab of the day.
Yeah, nice catch, nice throw, but man, when you catch the ball around Tank Bennett, he makes you pay for it. He was right on him when he caught the ball and almost jarred that ball out.
Man, him, Hood, this secondary in Louisiana can be dangerous if you're not careful. And Tyree today has seen the brunt end of that, and now the receivers are catching the brunt end of that after every grab. Give off this left side, and that'll be a good solid run on first down. Picks up 7 for Williams on his 8th carry of the day.
Yeah, that was an impressive run. I mean, that's what they need. They needed that gain to put them at 2nd and 3. Now they've got everything at their disposal to run on this play.
Ran Cornelius really well, too. Really good blocking out of Sioux Falls to spring their rushers. Cornelius, 18 yards on 4 carries. Williams will get his 9th carry of the game. And Williams gets tackled just short, 3rd and a yard.
Great. They're hitting like crazy out there. Nathan Blake just lit him up coming around the edge.
3rd and a yard in order to move the chain. Split back, single receiver down to the bottom. 3-3 look here out of Louisiana. They will give right up the gut. First down, Williams. Williams still fighting for yardage. Gets out to the 47-yard line. Able to move the chains. Charles, that 3-3 did not look promising for Louisiana.
No, it didn't. But, you got a tip of the hat to Sioux Falls offense for going with the ground and pound, because haven't been very effective throwing the deep ball against Louisiana. Not many teams have, so smart for them to make some. Well, now they're going deep, but hey.
Well, that's not necessarily true. 4 receivers wide. They run slants. This throw is caught across the middle. A diving receiver almost kind of shielded the defender from knowing who was actually getting the football. It was Ben Harrison for his 2nd grab of his career.
That wasn't a deep pass, so that doesn't count.
Depends on your definition of deep, Charles.
In this league, deeps are 20 or over.
Noted. Harrison out there along with Charlemagne Cornelius on the line there. 2 receivers wide. Here is a flip outside and didn't get the first down, did get the edge. Williams was trying his best.
Rolleman Hood was there to mess it up. I mean, I think that Williams thought after catching that ball it was just a couple steps into the first down realm, but nice defense by Hood.
Williams has 6 yards a carry. Cornelius 4.5 yards a carry. See if they go to either one of them here on 3rd and inches. Single receiver out. They do, and Williams has it and more. Williams, big spin, big hole. 1st and 10 to the 31.
I love it. Get that man involved. I mean, he's got 11 carries, 72 yards. Great blocking in the middle there. Perfect hole for Williams to run through. Just keep feeding that man the ball.
New set of downs here at the 31-yard line. Sioux Falls knocking on the door, may already be in field goal range. 3 wide here, looking to throw, fires. That one picked off, stepped right in front of it, and took it away. A huge interception for Mike Ryan.
Yeah, Mike Ryan, nice defense. So hadn't heard a lot from him today, but man, really showed on that play. I think the receiver thought it was going to be an easy reception, but Ryan came out of nowhere and shut that sucker down.
Tyree might have thought it was an easy reception. And it looked pretty open, Charles. I would be lying to say that I might not have thrown that ball, too.
Yeah, especially they've been so successful on the ground. I mean, it's a little disheartening when you see him throw it down deep like that.
3-3 look here out of Sioux Falls. Flip outside to start this drive. Squarebush popped at the 23.
The hitting tonight is just crazy. It's like WWE out there.
Smacking each other around, and that's what good teams do, Charles, is really, put the pressure and the heat on each other on the defensive side, and and, make it a battle of, do you really want to catch this football? Or do you really want to run to my side of the field?
That hit. I think that was Barnhart.
Might have been. Give up the middle. That one will go for a couple more. 3rd and 3.
Wow. I'm still thinking about that hit.
Louisiana, 3 of 7 on 3rd down. They, in the first quarter, were 3 of 4, and they have gone 0 for 3 since that point. 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Utah, deep shot. That one deflected away, and now they are 3 for 8. The Sioux Falls defense has been playing well on 3rd down.
Yeah. Both of these secondaries are locking it down. I sound like a broken record, and it just amazes me every time they try and press it.
And they will punt it away. A.J. Levy stands waiting for the return. Malinishin sends this one away. And Levy won't get out of the first tackle. Levy, one of the best returners all time in statistics. And if you want in-depth statistics all season long, visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for info about the league and its 28 teams, as well as to see all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, the rankings of the next class of SFL talent, and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. If you join the league, your stats will be there, and you can keep track of how you're doing against some of the all-time greats like Levy, like Hammer, like these two quarterbacks. Tyree will flip it outside. Another completion for Julian Tyree, and plenty of room for Williams. Man, what a run.
All day. All day. Go to that well all day. They're locking it down deep, middle to deep, and they're leaving the edges open. Keep going to that well.
Well, there's been a couple times, Charles, where they've flipped it out to Williams, and he's been lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. There, he was lucky not to score. If you're a Louisiana fan,
definitely. I don't think we've had a score in the 3rd quarter. Correct?
Correct. 14-13 was the score at the half. It's the whole score as it stands. Some turnovers, some 3rd down plays didn't go the right way. And speaking of not going the right way, Williams only gets a yard there, ran right into Rolliman Hood.
Yeah, with the way that play went, I would be high-fiving that you got a yard out of it. Because it looked like the pass was a little late and it wasn't right where it needed to be. And Williams had to make an adjustment the wrong way.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of those.
Yeah. Got all the ingredients for a loss.
And Williams is grinding, Charles. I'll say that much.
Yep.
He finds a couple open big plays, but, man, he struggled and picked up a couple yards when he probably shouldn't have. Tyree dancing in the pocket. Will look and throw and fire the completion to Jason Williams down the field.
Holy, that is the definition of patience. His pocket was starting to break down, and the KG veteran Tyree just stood in there.
Look at those moves.
And waited for the running back to get open on that route.
22 yards for number 22. And Charles, he could have ran there probably. Tyree's been known to run the football. He could have, but he wouldn't have got 22 yards. Like, that throw is better than running for 5. Twins bottom of the screen. Pump fake. Tyree dumps it down to Williams again. And Williams went the wrong way, ran right into Chance Wall.
He had Joe Holt and another offensive lineman just, waiting, ready to hurt somebody, and just ran the wrong way. Willie Wright and Joe Holt were on the edge there.
I don't know if he was trying to maybe catch everyone off guard or what that was, but did not go the way that Jason Williams thought it might go. Chance Wall makes the play. 2nd and 15, they're backed up.
Maybe he got the wind knocked out of him after that long reception.
Now that's what going to the well too many times will do for you, Charles.
Yep.
5 wide here. Tyree looking to throw. Wants the deep ball down the middle. Got the deep ball down the middle. Wide open. Noe Terrazas. Touchdown, Sioux Falls.
Wide open is right. That was probably the only breakdown we saw tonight from the Louisiana secondary, and costly. They made him pay for it. Nice pass again. Tyree starting to heat up, as well as that receiving core of Sioux Falls.
And that puts Sioux Falls back out in front, Charles, the first time since the opening drive when they went up 3-0. That is Sioux Falls back out in front in their home opener, and the crowd's loving it.
Now, way to hang in there, Sioux Falls. I mean, they've been punched in the face a couple times today, and just grounded out, and now they've got the lead.
Extra point up and good. Now 20-14. Sioux Falls back out in front, and a touchdown pass now for both of these quarterbacks.
And no way is this game over. I mean, starting with Hammer catching the ball here on the kick to a very solid offense. This is far from over, my friend.
Yeah, plenty of time to figure this one out. One of these teams walking away with a victory. The other one will head to their houses tonight in sadness and prepare for week 3. Kick is away. Hammer is going to bring this one out. He was about 4 yards deep. He's outrunning some of his coverage and maybe shouldn't have done that. Out to the 22. Well, Charles, speaking of heading home, if you're at home, 6 games grace the SFL slate today. Tonight's action headlined by the Indianapolis Ramblers riding high into Tulsa to face the Desperados at 6:45 Eastern Standard Time tonight. Catch every minute of the SFL 6-pack on SFL YouTube all day long. Who doesn't love a 6-pack?
I'm still trying to get over your Confucius saying, "He who loses heads to house in sadness."
I don't think I said it like that, but I'll review the tape in the off season when I'm at my house, Charles.
Never a dull moment with you, buddy.
Once they let us fly out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota here.
If they do. We're on a list now.
Yeah, SFL broadcast team only has the finances for Spirit Airlines, so. But who doesn't love Spirit? Everyone does. 2 in the backfield, and Squarebush will line it up behind Collier. Give off this left side. Squarebush stuff. 3rd and 2 coming up.
Yeah, I believe that was Williams, the outside linebacker, with that stop. Big stop.
Yeah, Derek Williams silently is tied for the lead on this Sioux Falls defense in tackles with 4 tonight. 4-3 look.
260. That is a large specimen, an outside linebacker.
Large run here, and Squarebush has the first down. That is out to the 35. Finally wrapped up there, Charles. Johnny Van Man, the defensive tackle, was 6 yards downfield and made the play, but not before Squarebush moved the chains.
Yeah, Squarebush needed that. The team needed that. Had to keep the drive going here. Couldn't get the ball back into Sioux Falls because they've been playing really well on offense.
Yeah, really, I agree. Really needed the momentum there if you're Louisiana. Both tight ends out there again, Levy Lease and John Michael Suddeth. Looking to throw it as Utah flips outside that one. Oh, man, how was it not caught? Then how was it not picked? Then how was it not caught again? Suddeth, the intended target.
That was textbook coverage by Ringgold, the free safety for Sioux Falls. He disrupted the reception there. He was all over the receiver. I mean, you couldn't ask for better coverage.
2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. 4-3 look out of Sioux Falls. They will adjust off to that left side. And Louisiana going to throw it to the right side, and that is open room and open grass for Squarebush. First down to the 48, Charles. The minute the linebackers shifted, I just thought there's a lot of room down here at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was going to be – I mean, that was a great gain. Squarebush started juking around there, and I couldn't see what was going on downfield, but I thought he was going to hit the afterburners and get even farther down the field.
Good block out in front. Ross Napoli, the left guard, 5th-year player, leading the way and opening it up. Always love to shout out the offensive linemen who are doing big things. If you're new to the SFL, thinking, hey, what position should I play in the SFLM? Offensive line is one that many, many teams are looking for these days. Utah short drop, looking to fling it down the middle. Pays the price, the 4th for Barnhart. Intercepted there out to the 43. That's Ringgold who grabs it.
That right there is a press guide picture right there.
Oh,
Jumping
man.
straight up in the air, 4 feet off the ground, just brought it in. Holy smokes, great interception.
I mean, yeah, you said it right there. That one is the front of Sioux Falls' final score graphic there, the way he rose up and caught it.
I wish I could get that high up in the air.
I think the only time I can reach up that high is if the Oreos are on my pantry on the top shelf. Deep shot down the middle. That one's caught! Oh, they're going to pay it right now! Kay Marion all the way to the house! She has 6!
They found something on that deep zone coverage. The last 2 times they had the ball, they made Louisiana pay. And, man, way to dial it up on the first play.
Look at this. That broken, the defender there tried to go for the ball, Charles, and after that, it was all she wrote.
That was Evan Arthur, too, I think, that was in coverage there. And rarely does he get on the upside-down end of coverage.
Man, oh man, Marion up to 92 yards with that score, and Sioux Falls extends their lead up to 12. The extra point would make it 13.
And Tyree is bouncing back from a stat standpoint.
Oh, absolutely. And you felt, at least for me, Charles, it felt like one of these quarterbacks had to. Kick up from Prefontaine. Yeah, that extra point is good, 27-14, but it felt like there was no way that the quarterbacks could both play as bad as they had in the first half, and one of the teams would walk away with a win, short of, some pick six to seal it or something. Tyree, though, now up to 71%, 2 scores, 3 picks, 74 QBR. It's a little bit more on pace with a quarterback who's trying to win the game.
Give them credit. I mean, I was yammering on here in the booth about run, and they made me shut up with those 2 deep passes.
Well, let's see if Hammer has anything to say about that. Liam Hammer into the open field. He's got plenty to say. Break out your toolbox. Liam Hammer's got 2 touchdowns in special teams. A score for Louisiana. They strike back.
Unbelievable. What a wild game, Andy. I think you and I are magnets for these wild games. This is his 2nd touchdown, 3 special team touchdowns all night, and the only thing that would top that off is if Levy does the same thing on his return.
The concession stands here at Liberty Park are ticked off, Charles. No one can leave their seats in this barn burner.
This is a barn burner.
No one's buying hot dogs or popcorn in this one. Everyone's glued to the field.
You'll miss it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You'll miss it if you leave your seat. Thank goodness they cater to the broadcast booth.
I mean, what a luxury to have those weapons, either Hammer or Levy, in your pocket when you need a boost, man. Put them out on the field, and they make good things happen.
Extra point is up and on the way, 21-27. And I am not watching the other game, but I can imagine that Cameron Irvine might need a water after the game with how many game breaks he's sending over to this one, Charles. I mean, it's just back to back to back to back.
Crazy. What do we have? What's the total count here? We got 3 touchdowns on special teams, and we've got 7 interceptions.
Man. It does never end. And speaking of never ending, A.J. Levy awaits this kick return. He'll bring it out from the goal line. Out across the 20. Levy out to the 23, and that's all.
You think if he maybe would have, instead of bob in, bobbed out, we could have been looking at a different result.
Man, every time. Every time. You just never know with these guys. They are certainly, hey, Charles, if one thing, they're putting themselves at the top of the kick return and punt return leaderboard for season 20.
I feel sorry for the folks that aren't watching this game.
3 receivers wide, split backs here. Tyree, very short drop, will fire outside, caught, and that is A.J. Warren, picks up 6. His first grab of the night, Charles, that's a little surprising.
It is surprising. I mean, he is 10-season veteran there, and I think we're not hearing a lot from him here early on, but as the season progresses, I mean, he's probably going to be one of the most dangerous wide receivers in wide receiver 3 in the league when he has time to build up his player a little bit more.
Yeah. 3 backs in the backfield, 3-3 look here out of Louisiana. Advantage Sioux Falls, maybe, if they run the ball. 2nd and 4 give, right side Williams. Oh, man, that first tackle was the only one he needed to break. Rolliman Hood, Johnny on the spot, again makes the play.
I didn't get the first down, but I'm glad that they decided to run out of that situation.
That'll take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's right, we got a whole 11 minutes to play here in the 4th. Louisiana is coming back 21-27. Sioux Falls on top by 6. Get your 4s, 86s, 68s, and many more up in chat.
Presentation of the Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Back here in Liberty Park, Andy Hamilton along with Charles Doherty. 3rd and a yard for Sioux Falls. Flip outside. First down there. They got the yardage they needed.
What a wild game, Andy. I mean, we're starting out the 4th quarter here. How many games have you been in or broadcasted where you don't have a quarterback over 250 passing, you don't have a running back over 100?
Yeah, and it's a 48-point slugfest.
Yeah, on either team.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy, but hey, 11 minutes to go, and we'll see how this thing shakes out come the end of the game. Flip outside. That one is just back to the line of scrimmage. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the SFL. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. I use APM Music at work, and I absolutely love APM Music. Big fan over here in the Hamilton household. 4 receivers wide, play action. Tyree wants the deep ball, and he throws an interception, taken away by Louisiana.
Wow. I mean, wow. What is that, 8 interceptions all day for these teams? You've got it's a head scratcher. I mean, they did make 2 big scores on throwing it deep, but man, you hand it off to Williams. He's been showing he can do it. I scratch my head when I see them throw it deep like that.
Rolliman Hood's 2nd pick of the game. Everyone's trying to catch up to John Barnhart, though. He has 3. Nathan Barnett has 1. Mike Ryan, Tank Bennett have 1. Give right up the middle. Plenty of room for Squarebush. He gets punished, and if that wasn't exciting enough, let's send it over to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Cam?
Thanks, Andy, because you're not the only game with special teams touchdowns. Al Dillapre Sr. with the spin and the broken tackle. He's gone. Canton in control over Motor City, 24-13, just a couple minutes left. Thank you, guys.
Well, thanks, Cam. Yeah, special day, Charles. Special teams making impacts in both contests going on right now, and that's the opening of the SFL 6-pack. And if you know, at this rate, you might need to open a 6-pack of your own if you're an SFL quarterback, because things are not looking good just early in this one. Give Squarebush, not going to get there, actually loses a yard. 3rd and 2, and that's a big play.
But I have to say that we're the only team, probably the only team this weekend that has Confucius quotes.
Yeah, that's true. Ray Colston, $2 donation there. Thank you, Ray. 8 interceptions so far. I'd hate to see what happens to Ray's wallet if another one is thrown. You know, forbidding any broadcaster's curse. We don't want to do that to either of the quarterbacks. Throw outside. That one is caught. John Michael Suddeth, a first down completion there, and Utah up over 175.
Plenty of time for Louisiana to get back in the lead here. I will go back to my broken record. Just keep it medium to short. Don't throw deep. Watch them
first down. Well, yeah, they got the split spread. This out route here at the bottom is going to be open. They will throw that. That one is caught, and Lyric Da Vinci has room down the sideline to the 24. Turning upfield was Da Vinci.
There you go, and then counter it with a Squarebush run, and I think all things will be great.
Charles is broadcast booth play calling up here. It's easy from high in the sky, is it not?
It is.
4 receivers wide. Sioux Falls playing some man coverage. Utah got to be careful here. Single back is Squarebush. And he'll look to throw on a 5-step drop. Pressure in his face.
Oh, no.
Slings it sidearm. That one is penalized. It's going to be illegal touching of the football. He threw it right off his lineman.
Nathan Barnett had a shot there. It was spinning around on top of the back of one of the offensive linemen, but it landed right in his mitts.
Yeah, so did Johnny Van Man had a chance at it, Charles. Not often as a defensive lineman you get a chance at a pick in the SFL.
I love it I love watching defensive tackles, defensive linemen run the ball back or on a fumble return or an interception.
Yeah, big boy touchdown is all this game is missing. We've had picks, we've had return touchdowns, we've had scoring touchdowns. We just need a big boy touchdown.
Big boy touchdown.
2 receivers split out. 1st and 15 now for Louisiana. They get backed up with just over 8 minutes to play in the 4th. Utah throws underneath. That one is caught, and that will remove some of the yardage. Liam Hammer there on that little bit of an underneath route.
Yeah, they're giving him the cushion there in the short to middle range. I think those drag routes will work all day.
Hammer quiet in the offensive game. Very loud in special teams. This is third grab here on the offensive side of the football. Tight end flexed out here. Utah throws bottom of the screen. That one is caught. 3rd and 5. That is Michael Suddeth again.
How long were his kick returns? Like 70 yards each?
Yeah, something like that. Hey, listen, I was not questioning his impact on the game. I was more so saying that it was only his third grab.
On the sidelines.
Yeah, all right. 4 receivers wide, 3rd and 5. That out route to the top might be open if they're not going to run it, but they will. And that run will be short of the line to gain. Man, to come back, Charles, it was 1st and 15 to gain 14 yards and be a yard short on 3rd down.
Yeah. Well, you got to walk away with at least the 3 points. Stay within 3. Field goal safe.
They're going to keep the offense out on 4th and a yard from the 15. We'll see if they snap it, but I like this call down 6. 2 in the backfield. Squarebush is averaging 3.8 yards per carry, and they'll get the offsides. Utah able to work the hard count and moves the chains.
Either way, I mean, nice, smart move there by Coach Craven.
6.5 to go, Charles, and I love that call. Keep the offense out there down by 6. You just never know. And it was a offsides there. Van Man was the one who couldn't help but jump.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a driver's seat here. See if they can execute. Haven't seen any Collier runs. I wonder if they've got fullback runs in their playbook.
Hasn't caught the ball either. More of a road grading blocker is Cameron Collier today so far. Utah over 200 yards today. They'll give it to Squarebush again. Squarebush off this right side. Oh, man, he did a somersault there, Charles. A.J. Levy smacked him.
And, boy, he does lay the smack down when he hits you.
I've never seen a running back do a somersault like that. First time for everything. This game 19 seasons in our 20th season, still showing us new stuff. 2 backs in the backfield. Collier along with Squarebush and a tight end. Give left side. Collier all wrapped up there. Wow, what a play on the outside. It was Barnhart. He kind of let all the blockers go past and then snuck underneath for the tackle.
That's John Barnhart out there, number 26, playing like a linebacker. How many cornerbacks do you know in this league can shut it down like that against one-on-one against the running back?
Split spread look here. 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Short drop. Utah. Pressure coming. Fires. Tipped up. Bobbled around. And picked off A.J. Levy. Was the one who got his hands on it. And Louisiana pays the price as Utah tries to thread it in there.
Oh, that is a punch in the belly. When you see the defenders doing the volleyball drill in the end zone, normally doesn't end well. Oh, my gosh.
And what a day for A.J. Levy, Charles. 2 returns for scores, and now this interception.
Unbelievable. 9 all day.
Or excuse me, 1 return for scores from Levy. 3 together. Hammer has the 2. 3 split out here. Tyree trying to lead a drive that may end this game. He will fire deep down the middle. That one's tipped away and incomplete. Man, dangerous throw. Tank Bennett in the area.
Oh, my gosh. Give some love to the running back, please.
9 interceptions in this game total.
I don't know if I can handle another interception today.
It was off the shoulder pad of Bennett. You just have to think if he turns his hands a little bit. Well, one person, Charles, who may love this game is Eddie Gage, defensive aficionado. Plenty of defensive football today. Special teams, not so much. Defense, lots of it. Give right up the middle, and that'll be an 8-yard pickup there for Williams.
Give a sigh of relief when they run.
Just over 5 minutes to go in this game. Yeah, for Sioux Falls, definitely running the football. But, Charles, if Louisiana gets the ball back, they're going to be thrown a little bit. I hate to warn you.
That's right. what happens when you make a couple mistakes and put yourself upside down this late in the game.
Eddie says he's loving it. He sent a Post-it note from the stats truck. 2 in the backfield. Tyree going to throw on 3rd and 2, and he has the first down. A big catch there. Terrazas, 4th grab of the game.
First down, too. Keep the drive going and keep the clock ticking.
Tyree so calm, and there was so much room there for Terrazas. Almost looked like Louisiana was selling out on the run there.
It looked like they were like maybe in a hard coverage on the outside.
Yeah. First down, new set of downs. Now under 4.5 to play. 3-3 look here out of Louisiana. Look at that, Tyree, the veteran. Give me as much time as I can have. Pressure coming, and he unloads it, so it'll be 2nd and 10. Pressure supplied there by Odette Boudreau.
Odette Boudreau, man, she took control right at the snap, overpowered the guard, and just got right in the face of Tyree.
Yeah. Really made it tough there for the Sioux Falls veteran to do anything. That stops the clock at 4:13, so a big play for Louisiana. Now it looks like Sioux Falls is going to try and get that clock rolling again, which is smart.
Very smart.
4 down linemen give off this right side, and that is a tackle at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 10. They gave the line of scrimmage to Williams there.
Yeah, this is going to be a key play that they choose here. I mean, I would go, this is Charles talking, and nobody listens to me, but I would go as conservative as possible.
I'm glad you let everyone know who you were, Charles, before you.
Yep.
Split backs, 3 wide here, 3rd and 10. Dime look here out of Louisiana. They're playing man. Tyree looks, floats, cross the middle, and it's caught. Terrazas, another clutch catch for the first down.
Terrazas had, about a half an inch on the defender, and a perfect pass by Tyree. Looked like Grimm was closing fast.
Half an inch is all that they needed for that first down in order to make the completion, and that's why they call it a game of inches, Charles.
That's right.
1st and 10 here, just over 3 minutes to go. Each first down taking about 45 seconds, if not a minute, off the clock for Sioux Falls. So Louisiana still could make some plays here. Here is the give. Oh, they got to make one here. Here is Williams, and he will get wrestled down at the 28. Rolliman Hood might have just saved the game coming off that backside for the tackle. Because, man, Williams looked like he was home free.
I thought that was house time, but Rolliman Hood with the game-saving tackle right there. Oh, my gosh.
Hood had just enough, man, to get to him, because Williams, if he doesn't have to re-angle to get away from Hood there, I mean, that's 6 points, and Sioux Falls is really looking pretty here with a little under 3 minutes to play. But now, 1st and 10 at the 28. A field goal would make it a 9-point game. So Louisiana really in some trouble here. Here's the give, Williams. Williams stood up and dropped, 2nd down.
And Williams is knocking at the door at 100 yards. Finally, somebody got him for 100 yards. These two running backs, somebody has to walk away with 100, and Williams hits it first.
Both quarterbacks up over 200 yards. Passing, Tyree near 300 almost. But we're not sure we'll see much passing out of him. 3-3 look here for Louisiana, but not before the 2-minute warning. 27-21. Sioux Falls trying to close the door on Louisiana. Revolution trying to keep the undefeated dream alive. Charles, if you're the Revolution, what are you hoping for at this point?
Turnover. Roll the dice, you got to get a turnover here.
Split backs, 2 receivers in the backfield, single receiver down to the bottom. Give off the right side, Williams. Williams tackled, 3rd and 8. Louisiana uses a timeout to keep some clock on there. And now the question, Charles, does Sioux Falls dare to throw it here on 3rd and 8?
Well, I think you have a pretty good guess on what I'm going to say.
Well, I know what you want. That's not what I asked.
I wouldn't be shocked if they throw, like one of those X spots like they've been throwing all night.
Yeah, split spread 3 wide here. 3-3 look out of Louisiana. Need to get down to the 17-yard line to move the chains. Split backs, Tyree looking to throw, fires outside, caught, and out of bounds goes A.J. Warren. That'll bring up 4th down with 1:54, and Louisiana will save a timeout.
I mean, that's they're gonna be down by 9, but hey, the clock is stopped. You know, they'll get the ball back. They need to score quickly, and crazier things have happened in this league.
Indeed, they have. Kicker on here for Sioux Falls to try and extend this thing out to 9. Zasto Black, 96% kicker in season 19. Hold is down. Kick up and on the way, and good from 37 yards. No doubt about that one. 30-21, a 9-point lead for the Sparrows.
Well, I mean, you can't forget you got Liam Hammer back there too. He can make things pretty quickly.
Yep, that is true, Charles. He's got what, 2 in the game? A third would just be, a third would take the top off this league.
What's the record for return touchdowns in a game?
I think it's
3.
Well, Cameron Irvine will probably be in our ear here in a minute with the right answer, but we'll see. Liam Hammer will line this one up for the return. He'll bring it out from about 2 yards deep. Hammer out across the 20. Hammer, stiff arm. Hammer brought down by A.J. Levy. Look at that guy. A.J. Levy said, I'm not letting you return this one, man.
Stiff arming, whatever he could do. I mean, Levy's on both sides of the ball on special teams.
Levy almost doesn't come out, man. If they could just find a way to work him into the offense. All right, here we go for Louisiana. 1:45 to go, down by 9. 3-3 look out of Sioux Falls. 3 receivers wide for Utah. Utah trying to throw it. Will flip outside. Square Bush will get out to the 28 and get out of bounds.
I mean, not bad. 5 yards and stops the clock. But I think Sioux Falls is going to be giving them that route all day.
Minute 40 to go here in the 4th. Tommy Utah, 209 yards, 66% completion percentage, average yards per catch, 5.8 today. Leading receiver is Lyric Da Vinci with 62 yards on 4 grabs. Utah fires deep down the middle, picked off, intercepted back the other way. John Barnhart, his 4th of the night.
Holy mackerel! We're at the nine spot now on interceptions, and that
Indeed
right there,
we
I
are.
think iced it.
Yeah, Barnhart jumps right in front of this one, was trying to find, I can't tell actually if he was throwing to Hammer or if he was trying to find Michael Suddeth underneath. Either way, pick for Sioux Falls, they take over.
At 2 different ball games between game 1 and game 2 for Tommy Utah. 6 interceptions tonight versus 0 the previous game. But you got to take your hats off to both secondaries, but especially the Sioux Falls secondary.
Tyree on the quarterback sneak will pick up for Louisiana using a timeout. Hey, don't leave the stream without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. Participate in pick'em games, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the Survivor Pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon on the menu. The SFL community, 2,000 strong. We'll see you there. First thing you should do when you get there is tag Charles in the general chat and let him know that you made it.
Please do.
Hand off right side, spin, and that's a nice carry out to the 18. More icing for Jason Williams and the Sparrows.
Yeah, I mean, Jason Williams has been the one reliable piece on offense there you can count on. You know, averaging 6+ on every carry. Haven't made it in the end zone, but man, very reliable.
And for Sioux Falls, Charles, coming off of the loss last week, this has got to feel really good to come back against a team that was 1-0 and get a victory and kind of help yourself out, feel a little bit better about this season in that Central Division and try and keep pace with Indy and Minnesota.
I think it's that's the sign of a good coach. I mean, you look at a game, you go through the tape, and you make the right adjustments. And we said at the top of the game that we wanted to see Williams touch the ball more because he didn't get a lot of involvement last week, at least on the ground. And he got 18 carries tonight, got over 100. Didn't get in the end zone, but man, he had some big runs at key points tonight. And
21 points, Charles, is when 2 of them come from Liam Hammer. So your defense is only giving up 7 points. I mean, come on. That's an Eddie Gage dream right there.
I mean, even if from my side as a coach, if you allow your opponent to score 21, I don't think that's necessarily something to kill yourself over, because my gauge is 21, 21 or less, and under 300 yards passing and under 100 yards rushing. That's a pretty good night.
Yeah, and 14 of them come through special teams, which means your defense was really a lot stronger than it even appears. So the Sioux Falls team, their bread and butter, Charles, over their history has been defense. A.J. Levy kind of leading the charge there with Jason McGee, and they are back to playing that kind of football, it seems like, here in their home opener, and that is something that Sparrows fans can get excited about. Julian Tyree will kneel this one out one more time. That'll take us to the end, a 9-point victory for the Sioux Falls Sparrows in a special team shootout. Charles, we had just a little bit of everything in this game.
Yeah, we did, and both of these defenses just played outstanding. And one of the things that jumps out to me on the Sioux Falls side is their cornerbacks. I mean, we saw Barnhart and Davis tackle the running backs on a couple of key plays. They had a lot of tackles. Terrell Davis had 7 tackles, 3 pass deflections. They were all over the place, shutting it down, making turnovers, and special teams as well on Sioux Falls. Didn't score as many as Liam Hammer did, but man, they hit it when they needed to put a bolt back into their momentum and take this game over.
Louisiana will fall in their division they will fall to 1-1 overall. And in their division, Charles, Atlanta picked up a big win over Florida last night. They go 2-0, and Jacksonville yet to play this week. They are 1-0 as well. So Louisiana could be sitting in third in their division. Still very early, though, plenty of season to play.
Yeah, I mean, I think you normally need to wait to week 3, week 4 until you start seeing how the chips are starting to fall. I mean, it's way early to have to hit the panic button.
For sure, they got the win last week over Los Angeles. They will lick their wounds and prepare for week 3 to see what they can do in that one. Sioux Falls wins this one. They will start preparing and try and use this momentum to carry them into week 3. It is an exciting one for everyone involved, and still, like we said, plenty of week 2 slate coming along. More games happening today and this evening. You don't want to miss any of those. The opportunity for these SFL teams to really put their stamp on it, and like you said, Charles, kind of see where the chips are stacking for the season early in this one. Charles, who, if you had to pick one, who's your player of the game?
I'd give it to Jason Williams, because he was money when they needed him. And then second, I would give it to A.J. Levy.
I'm going to go defensive. I'm going John Barnhart. He has 4 picks in this one. 4 tackles, 2 assists.
Yeah, Barnhart. Sorry.
Yeah, dude was all over the place. We'll see if we get it, though.
Sorry, Mr. Barnhart.
I'm sure he'll forgive you. Jason Williams, though, is your player of the game. 18 carries, 110 yards, 52 more on the ground. Well, for Charles Doherty, I'm Andy Hamilton. Eddie Gage and Mike Daggs in the stats truck for us today. Cameron Irvine producing behind the scenes. Thank you all for joining us in Week 2. Don't go anywhere. The SFL YouTube page will have Week 2 action the rest of today. We'll see you guys in Week 3.